So we want to take a moment to introduce our interns. We have Carla and Pierce, Dr. Carla and Dr. Pierce. And so my question, with you being new with us, is what brought you to chiropractic? Why did you decide you wanted to become a chiropractic doctor?
I start?
Go for it. You got it.
For me, I was always interested in science, and I was always interested, like, growing up, I just wanted to be in a profession where I could help people, just have a better life, be happier, and that way be able to make the people around them happier. And one day when I was in undergrad, some different schools went to our school and set up tables, and they were just giving up information about their programs, and I saw a table from Life University, and they gave me information about chiropractic, and that really resonated with me. And that day I remember when I got home, I called my sister, my older sister, and she told me, she was like, oh, that's very curious, because my best friend's brother and sister, they both went to that school and they studied chiropractic and they really love it. They had already graduated back then, and they were doing super amazing, changing men's lives, just really changing the world one person at a time. And that got me super excited, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing this.
That's wonderful. What about you, Dr. Pierce?
For me, love that story.
Thank you.
For me, I was a very sickly kid. When I was born, I was diagnosed with severe eczema, severe joint arthritis, and asthma. So I couldn't really keep up with many of the other kids, which frustrated me as a kid. I remember my joints were so bad, if I sat down for maybe over an hour, I couldn't stand up straight. If I stood up too long, I couldn't bend down. I remember a pediatrician saying right in front of me, saying like I had the body of an 80-year-old, I had the body of a 10-year-old, but my body functioned like an 80-year-old. So it was kind of sad, and so many doctors my mom took me to, whether it was, allergists, because I had a plethora amount of allergies, people to help with my joints, asthma, everything like that. But my mom, who worked in the hospital, got whipped about chiropractic, about a local chiropractor in North Carolina. And my dad was able to take me ever since, I was able to play sports, I was able to be active, I was able to grow, because for 3 years I did not grow at all. Saved my mama a lot of money because I didn't.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But, I was happy to get over 5 feet, believe me. But then, it's crazy because like Carla, I went to college one day, and at my college, I was at the time I was getting ready to leave my 2-year college, and it was just someone just at a booth, life college representative. No one was really talking to the person, and I was, kind of up in ping pong. I was like, all right, let me go talk to him, see what's up, because I was in my mind, I was thinking like, what do I want to do with my life? Do I want to be whatever, or do I want to, figure? I did have a passion for science and wanted to pursue something in the doctoral field. And when I talked to her, I realized like, I've been going to a chiropractor most of my life, but I never actually thought about, could I be a chiropractor? And I had to have a prayer meditation moment and see what if I had done in my life that I would preach to a kid in my same position if I ran into that young boy or girl that one day. So I, thought about it, prayed about it, talked to my parents about it, and lo and behold, ended up at Life University, and met a whole bunch of people. When I went there, I felt at home, because I realized when I talked to, hear a lot of stories of other chiropractors, they were kind of like the odd ones, the black sheep. They didn't do things the normal, typical way. When I came to Life University, I felt like I was a part of something, and we all had the same mindset. They make people feel better, make people operate at their full function. So
Yeah.
That's what made me want to be a chiropractor.
Oh, that's awesome. Those are great stories, guys.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And you have how much longer until you graduate?
Well, I have about 5 months left.
Ditto. We
5
here.
months.
Yes.
Wow. Where are you from?
I'm from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yes.
And that's where you got your start, or did you?
Well, I was
Did you
born.
start-
I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, and I lived there until I was 18 or 17. And yeah, 18. And growing up, I didn't receive chiropractic care, so that's why that was something that I didn't really even think about it.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about. I wasn't exposed to that. But a few months before that, that set up that table in our school, my mom had actually started chiropractic care, which was crazy because it was like out of nowhere. I was receiving all of these, like, I don't know, I think it was a universe telling me something.
Yes, that's wonderful.
And she was doing a lot better. And so when I saw the table, I was like, yeah, I wanna know about these. And right after I saw the table and I talked to my sister, I told my mom, like, hey, can I start going to your chiropractor to do it? Because I wanna
Yeah.
feel how it feels.
Right.
I wanna see what is this for
Yes.
real. And I liked it a lot. Like, I loved how it made me feel after that first adjustment. And that was like my confirmation, the confirmation I was getting from, like, yeah, I want to do this.
That's when you knew. What about you, Pierce?
I'm a country boy through and through. Cabbage and cornbread fed from Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Wow.
From a small town called Landrum, way out in the sticks. So yeah, it's a up and coming town. You know, it's been around for a long time. And I came here, it was a big shock because I've never seen a highway that's more than 3 lanes or 4 lanes.
Wow.
Me
Yes,
neither.
So coming into the metro Atlanta area was pretty incredible for you.
Main roads are back roads where I come from with gravel, you know, that's so.
Yeah.
And so seeing this was a huge mind shift, the incredible amount of diversity, opportunity, and I just love everybody's just so welcoming around here in this area. I'm so very grateful for it.
So now with your backgrounds, where are you planning to go after graduation? Where would you like to open up your own practice?
Open up my own practice. That's a great question. So, ideally, if you ask my oldest nephew, he's waiting for me to come back home to South Carolina. So, you know, he always thinks he has an automatic job with me. I told him I got to see a resume.
Yeah?
So,
Maybe you have another chiropractor in the family.
hey, hopefully, I don't want to be the only one. He seems like he has my mindset of being the black sheep, but I would like to go back home to South Carolina, but right now, I want to make sure, like, you know, I want to learn, grow, and that way when I go back home, I'm Dr. Cannon, and, you know, I'm still called Little Pierce back home.
Yeah.
So that's where I know, like, you know, if I learn, I grow, and that way I can become a true master of this field and learn and become near perfect, not perfect. That's, you know,
Near perfect.
that's it. So yeah, so that's my goal one day.
And Carla, where are you going to be?
My plans are going back to Texas with my sister. Well, I'm from Puerto Rico, but I would like to go to Texas because I just want to be close to my family, and I want to see my niece and my nephew grow and be able to give them care. Like, I would love to be able to do that. Yeah, I'm still not sure where I'm gonna open my practice, but yeah,
It's
as soon as I
exciting.
get there and
Yeah.
explore a little bit more the area, I'm sure it's gonna be a good fit for me.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing about yourselves, and we look forward to working more with you and introducing you to more of our patients.
We're excited to be here. Thank you
Yes.
so much.